How's it going, everyone? Hope you're doing well, and we are back on Anime Vanguards today, just for a little quick video on the new sneak that was just announced a little bit ago. This is for the new Hollow Knight unit that is going to be added with the anniversary update. We got some sneaks relating to the unit's abilities and, some other charm aspects that this unit is going to have. So there is kind of a lot to unpack here. As someone who has played Hollow Knight and Silksong, I'm going to try my best to maybe give some speculation on what things could do, how this unit might work. But again, this is all going to be speculation and just my thoughts. So let's get into it. Now, if we start on this first screenshot here, we're going to see like a lot of the passives or abilities, if you want to call them that, are blurred, so you can't see those passives. At the top here, we do see Embrace the Void, and now this is going to cost 100 of whatever this currency may be. That's up for speculation. Probably some sort of soul currency if I had to guess, but you're most likely going to get this soul currency from defeating enemies. So we are actually in Hollow Knight now, and this is my fully completed run mostly. But as you can see in the top left, there is going to be a soul meter, and this was actually kind of sneaked in a different sneak a little while ago. And it's just that circle again in the top left, and when you actually attack enemies, that is going to fill up. We see here, see it fills up just a little bit, and it'll fill up again, right? So I don't know if that's going to be directly related to this certain currency, but obviously once you get 100 of this currency, you can embrace the void, and then I'm guessing you're going to be able to unlock these 3 abilities. Now, Shade Strike probably will just be an upgrade or maybe a different attack animation or just attack in general, and it's going to cost 33 of that soul currency we were talking about. Again, the passives are blurred, we can't see it, but if we do go in game here, we can see if I use the ability it's based off of, boom, that big blast of spear energy, whatever you want to call it, is going to come out and obviously do damage to an enemy. Now, thinking about it, it might just be a one-time use thing every time you use 33 of that currency, but it'll probably do a decent amount of damage as it is pretty good in Hollow Knight. Now, the second move or attack is Abyss Shriek, and this is going to be another attack in Hollow Knight. Probably going to be the same situation with the Shade Strike, as it's going to just be a one-time attack thing every time you use 33 of that soul currency. As we can see here, I'll show you that ability right now. Just, Abyssal Shriek, kind of what the name implies it is. So I'm not really sure how that's going to be practical in game, or at least how it's going to work, since it's an upward motion attack and this game's like 2D, or not like 2D, but I don't know what you want to call it. Maybe it's an in-air attack and, certain particles come down and do damage to enemies. Could be that. Not too sure. But again, that's also going to cost currency. But the last thing we have here on this page is a Dream Nail. Now, it doesn't look like this costs any of this Dark Soul Fragment currency, so maybe you can use this without having to embrace the void. But Dream Nail definitely looks like it has a longer passive description, meaning it's probably going to be more intricate. So as we can see in game here, this is going to be Dream Nail in action. And what you can actually do is if you go up to enemies or any NPCs, this might be kind of hard to do, but as you can see, you can kind of hit them and gain soul back, and it'll also do a little pop-up message for lore and stuff. But I can try to do it again on one of these enemies. Hopefully they don't kill me. Actually, I guess since I died, this is a good place to test it. But see, if we use it again, this is an NPC this time. Okay, well, but basically it just interacts with specific enemies in a way that gives you soul once you Dream Nail them, and it also brings up some dialogue options. So that is very interesting that they're also adding it to the unit in Anime Vanguards. The only thing I can guess right now is that it probably gives you soul once you Dream Nail an enemy, but again, it doesn't look like there's any cost, but there could be a cost that we're just not seeing. But Dream Nail could possibly make it easier to embrace the void. So moving on to the second sneak, this is kind of like a little skill tree or soul tree as they call it, and this is more of a Silksong feature, and I'll show some gameplay of that in a little bit. Heads up for the spoilers, shouldn't be anything detrimental, but I'll just mention it. As we can see here, this soul tree has 3 open slots, and we currently have 5 charms on display. These are all called charms, and this one specifically named Void Given Claw is going to increase hatchling mirror damage by 30%. Whatever hatchling mirror is, not sure what it is, but you're going to need 200 soul to actually equip it, so this is probably going to be an in-game feature. It's not like you can equip these for your character at all times, but I could be wrong, but that is what this certain charm does. And if we look more here, I'll try to give some more speculation. We do have a King's Brand looking thing. This could give, maybe Monarch to this unit, or some other overpowered trait or just ability to Hollow Knight or whatever this character is. We do have a nail picture here, which I'll show you guys in game. Now, as you can see, this is the needle in Silksong and also in Hollow Knight, basically the same thing. This probably just gives you base attack bonus if I had to guess. But we also have these 2 other charms, which I'm not sure what they're going to do. This first one kind of looks like an arrows or of some sort. There's like 3 arrows. Maybe this changes the radius on some attacks. I'm not too sure. And then this last one is kind of like a weaver-ish charm. I don't know what this could do. This could be hatchling mirror, and this void given claw is only complementing this specific charm. I'm assuming hatchling mirror maybe spawns certain like enemies to fight for you, or little bugs or whatever. But again, I'm not really sure what these 2 charms could be referring to. But as you can see here in Silksong, there's also a bunch of different crests. I'll only show you the first one, just, you know, to give you as little spoilers as I can. Obviously, Anime Vanguards won't have this many things to change probably, but this is what it's going to look like. And yeah, overall, just a pretty cool unit from the looks of it so far. It's probably good to assume that all of these charms are going to need soul to equip. So far, that's really the only sneaks we have for this anniversary update, or I guess with the Hollow Knight unit specifically. And you know, I do love Hollow Knight and Silksong, so I wanted to give my thoughts on what we have so far, what the sneaks might mean, and I hope you guys enjoyed. As you can see, we have these 3 abilities that are, at least 2 are probably going to need you to embrace the void, which all cost this certain void fragment. And there's also a soul tree, which we can equip certain charms and, you know, boost this character's damage potential and, you know, skill set to even further than the normal state. So I'm going to end the video there. Let me know what you guys think, if you have any speculations on what these things might do, and I hope you guys enjoyed. Peace.